Another nice afternoon on our hands as we go through the rest of your Monday. Temperatures climbing easily into the 40s in many locations east river, but you can clearly tell where we don't have much, if any, snow on the ground. Case in point, Rapid City getting up into the low 60s today, which would set a new record high temperature in a similar manner to yesterday. Overnight lows tonight, 20s and 30s, the latter out toward the Wyoming and Montana borders, and we're just going to stay mainly quiet and warm for a while. We'll talk about that coming up, but until then, Midday in KELOLAND starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, Midday in KELOLAND.
Emergency crews in Pennington County respond to a large business fire this morning. Plus,
the U.S. is vowing to respond after an attack by an Iranian-backed militia kills U.S. troops. I'm Natalie Brand with what the Biden administration is saying about its next steps.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. A Watertown teacher and coach is scheduled to appear in court today. 32-year-old Jordan Bakken is charged with rape, solicitation of a minor, and sexual contact with a child. Court documents say he had an inappropriate relationship with a 15-year-old student for the past month. KELOLAND's Dan Santella will be in the courtroom for today's hearing and will bring you the latest on this case tonight on KELOLAND News. A three-state fugitive is behind bars this midday after an off-duty officer spotted him in the Pier area. 39-year-old Terry Lee Schoenhut was wanted on a variety of charges from Nebraska, Iowa, and in South Dakota. Schoenhut was believed to be potentially armed and dangerous with a history of resisting law enforcement. An off-duty Hughes County Sheriff's deputy spotted Schoenhut at a Pier business Saturday afternoon and alerted authorities. Schoenhut was arrested without incidents. Well, a large fire burned a business in Pennington County this morning. The Pennington County Sheriff's Office says that Timber West Products on Old Folsom Road burned for much of the morning. Authorities say the fire affected multiple buildings. Several fire departments responded to the call and stayed on the scene. You can look for updates on this story on air and online at KELOLAND.com. Turning now, first look at our midday forecast with meteorologist Adam Rutt. And what a day out there, huh?
Yeah, right. Can't go wrong with this. Yeah. It feels nice to be outside. It's not too windy, a little breezy out there, but we can handle that around here. But that sunshine and that warmth is going to melt things pretty effectively, including at the waters of Lake Madison. So you will want to keep that in mind as you go about the afternoon. Also, anything that melts today, yeah, you guessed it, it's going to freeze over again as we fall back into the 20s for overnight lows. But take a look at that beautiful blue sky both there and downtown for that matter. There's Lion Park at the bottom of your screen. 42 at the airport, a westerly breeze at 10 miles per hour. It has been just such a nice day overall. 42 also your number for Brookings and Watertown. 41 Aberdeen, 40 Pier, 44 Mobridge, already at 59 degrees in Rapid City at this early stage of the day. That already ties the record high temperature out that way, set back in 2012. 52 for Spearfish and 53 in Buffalo, among the other warmer locations. And that's with a north by northwesterly breeze. In fact, that's really what we have everywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, and we're going to be sticking with that for the rest of your Monday. Beyond the breeze, there really isn't much of anything else going on. Technically, there is a frontal boundary. Technically, there's also a few little sprinkles trying to crash the party up toward northern Brown County and then just to the east of Roberts County as well. But that's really, again, just about it. The rest of the afternoon will be punctuated with breezy conditions and warm weather as well. 40s across really the entirety of southeastern KELOLAND and even mid-40s at that towards Sioux Falls. And more the same up to the northeast with a little more sunshine and just as much of a breeze out of the northwest around 10 to 20 miles per hour. But you can tell where we have snow and where we don't. Out west, 50s and even some low 60s, not out of the question for high temperatures. It's just going to be a matter of how high we go out to the west. But we do try to moderate just ever so slightly as we head through the later part of your extended forecast. We'll talk about that coming up.
Thank you, Adam. The Foster Network and Sioux Falls Skyforce are teaming up on a teen hoodie drive. The Foster Network helps keep kids in foster care clothed from head to toe. But if you donate a new teen hoodie between now and February 9th, You'll receive 4 tickets to the Skyforce game against Rip City on the 9th.
We have many teens in care, and hoodies are something we tend to run short on, and especially brand new hoodies.
We've seen the Foster Network do some other drives throughout the city. We thought it'd be a great opportunity to team up with them, and they have a great mission and something we just want to be a part of.
You can make your donation of a new hoodie at the Skyforce office on Minnesota Avenue, the Foster Network office on Cliff Avenue, or at the Sanford Pentagon box office prior to the game on February 9th. Well, there's a new daycare option in a southwest Minnesota town. Little Panthers Daycare opened in the Ellsworth School in November. Polly Timmer can care up for 10 kids.
Childcare in itself is very hard to find, and so, yeah, I just felt like it was something that I needed to do and to help the community.
We'll find out what prompted a school board member to approach Timmer about the idea. That's coming up in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND at 10. The United States is promising a response after a deadly ambush on American troops in Jordan over the weekend. An Iranian-backed militia group is blamed for the drone attack, which raises concerns of entanglement within Iran and the broader conflict in the Middle East. CBS's Natalie Brand has the latest from Washington.
Sunday's pre-dawn attack on a U.S. military outpost in Jordan killed 3 American troops and injured nearly 3 dozen others. CBS News has learned initial reports show the enemy drone was approaching at the same time an American one was returning, meaning air defenses were temporarily disabled. Soldiers were in their sleeping quarters when they were attacked.
Given the hour, most likely many of them, if not all of them, were in their beds.
We lost 3 brave souls.
Sunday, President Biden blamed an Iranian-backed militia group for the attack. And at the Pentagon Monday, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin expressed sorrow and outrage.
The President and I will not tolerate attack on U.S. forces, and we will take all necessary actions to defend the U.S. and our troops.
Samantha Vinograd is a former counterterrorism official in the Biden administration.
It is critical that the administration respond quickly and responsibly. But that means thinking about how their actions will be interpreted and carefully reviewing targets so that Iran doesn't overreact and seek to harm more Americans.
Iran said resistance groups in the region do not take orders from the Islamic Republic.
Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle condemned the attack, and there are calls from some Republicans for the U.S. to directly hit Iran.
We are not interested in a broader conflict in the region. We're not looking for another war, but we absolutely will do what we have to do to protect ourselves.
Since the start of the Israel-Hamas war in October, U.S. military sites in Iraq and Syria have been attacked more than 160 times, even as the Biden administration tries to keep the conflict from widening. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Now, the Pentagon has yet to identify the dead or their units pending family notification, and a number of injuries or the severity of those injuries could actually rise.